Good evening, viewers. The Idea Factory is happy to be back with a new session where we take you through interesting developments of the Idea Factory and bring about new concepts in our journey. Today, we have a very exciting personality with us, Professor Ranjan Das, who is a well-known, reputed national and international figure. He is professor of IIM Calcutta for the last 4 decades, and he's also the chairperson of the Strategy Academy in Calcutta. Today, we will hear about him and definitely about the Strategy Academy. Dr. Das, we welcome you to this session.
Right. Hello, welcome to my session. Now, let me just talk to you about the Strategy Academy. Is that okay?
Yes, sir.
You see, as Abid has just mentioned, I've been teaching at IIM Calcutta since 1994. It's actually 30 years, 1994. And I've been watching with a lot of interest the changes taking place in the world of business and commerce. And because when I joined, India was opening up since 91. India was opening up in terms of trying to connect to global economy, trying to open up its doors for exports and imports widely. And of course, the digital technology was coming in a big way. So I've been watching those changes. And by 2007, I came to the conclusion that we need to change the way we deliver education to people who are working in companies particularly, and also probably the fresh graduates. How did I get the idea is interesting because I was driving at that time IIM Calcutta's most fastest growing program for executives, namely long duration executive education, since 1999. And by 2003, November, IIM Calcutta got started what we called using satellite technology, the digital delivery of executive education. So I've been driving that since then, since 99, and definitely from 2003. By 2008, something happened. Steve Jobs got the iPhone, first iPhone 1. When I saw that product, it was 2G compatible at the time. I found a lot of good features which we are not able to use when I use the satellite-based education delivery, which IIM Calcutta was doing. Oh, for your information, even today, sitting in 2024, what I started in 99 and went digital in 2003 is IIM Calcutta is the largest provider of executive education through satellite digital route at this point of time. You don't know how many programs we run at IIM Calcutta. But in 2007, I wanted a change to move over to what you call web-based education and training. And IIM Calcutta was just scaling at the time on satellite-based, so they're not very keen to do it. And I also have a research agenda. My question was, if this new technology has come from Steve Jobs, Apple, and is yet to improve, only iPhone 1 I'm talking, what else I can do when I start a new program based on iPhone technology. At that time, there was no Google, Android, no Google at the time. Is there other research questions which I have in mind? Those days, till 2007, we talked a lot about virtual organization. Virtual organization assumes almost 70-80% work outsourced and 30%, 20% done in-house. I brought a concept called Hollow Corporation. Hollow means, can I run a program or an organization without assets and people? So I set up this Strategy Academy in 2008 with the first program we delivered on web-based system, education delivery system. My focus was not only delivery of education live, 100% live, conveniently at the lowest cost, but also is all about, can I run an organization without people and assets? So the Strategy Academy was set up in 2008 essentially as a research project to establish the concept of hollow corporation. And of course, side by side, you need to prove yourself, run programs on that. I'm happy to say within 2 years, my research was complete. And I went all the way to United States, San Diego Strategic Management Conference to present my findings that it is indeed possible to run an organization without people and asset. The academy even today is running on the same basis after 16 years of existence. In 2024, it had 5 or 6 consultants to help me, but they are not employees. It has no permanent office. It has no anything. Every resource is outsourced. So we are simultaneously doing 2 things: change the way people learn. And that change the way people learn, I created a new learning process called Smart Learning and Transformation Solution, where it captures the way people learn. And the learning from faculty is only one source. There are 7 other sources how people learn. That has been captured, and I registered with the Patent Office of India. That's one. Smart learning and transformation solution. And the other experience is how to run an organization without owning any assets and people. Both these streams of work are going on even today. It's always a work in progress, as you know. Anything new you want to do is always work in progress. So sitting in 2024, the Strategy Academy has done more than 100 programs over the years. Recent years, more than 70 programs, all 100% delivered live, 100% live, where people join classes from all over the world, not India, all over the world on different time zones. And any program can be offered. Of course, we looked at basically business and management program, but technically speaking, we can offer any program because we have a network of faculty to do anything. Just to give you one example, we started as management program, including strategy and leadership, for the first 10 years of our 16 years existed. Last 6 years are predominantly on AI, ML, blockchain, and digital technology usage. Everything else is coming in the front. In other words, we have been able to put out a network of faculty, network of content, network, a system for evaluation of people, and completely is now in place. So academia has developed a new learning process with completely what you call learning process where everything is outsourced, a learning process where people don't waste money and office time. All learning takes place outside working hours, and everything, the faculty is coming from all across the world, and the content is could be anything. Right now, of course, we are focusing on 2 broad areas of business and management, one area, and the other area is application of new digital technology. And as I told you, many companies, but we are still focusing on corporate sector working people. That was the original segmentation. We never looked at fresh graduate market. Now, for the last 1 year, we are driving our attention, changing our attention to offer program for the fresh graduate in the MBA program. We made a considerable progress. So I would say that we are still 90% corporate for the corporate executive development, talent development, and a part of new focus area is also fresh graduates. Abid. Abid.
Right, sir. Right, sir. Thank you for the brief introduction of the Strategy Academy and how it has taken education to a next level in the last 2 decades. We are extremely proud to be associated with the Strategy Academy in recent times, and we are looking at a new set of opportunity with the Strategic Academy. While we are on, as you are aware, the Idea Factory focuses more on the small businesses, but basically startup zone, and we are guiding these businesses to a higher level. But for the first time, we are now getting connected, and we are expanding the portfolio of our services through our association with the Strategy Academy. So my next question to Professor Das is, sir, now, how do you see this new association shaping up? What is your expectation of this association?
Well, as I mentioned to you that we work for the corporate sector initially. The corporate sector has got many segments. MSME is one segment. Then there are Indian private sector companies and MNCs, all that. traditionally, last 16 years, Strategy Academy focused only on medium-sized companies to very large companies. So definitely, we have not focused till yet on taking our expertise down to MSME level, where exactly there's a new requirement. You see, the MSME sector requires managerial skill, capabilities, but they may not have opportunities to recruit people from the top business schools or top IITs and IIM type. They're very expensive. And also, not all of those students are the great student. MSMEs need people, we call it horses for the courses, people who are skilled enough to run the business at that level. MSMEs don't need people from IITs and IIMs. You don't need. But they need the knowledge, capabilities that IITs, IIMs offer. So when Idea Factory wants to go to the MSME, probably this association will help you to inform the candidates and the companies that we have an association with an academy, which is headed by an IIM Calcutta professor, who has the understanding of the large corporate sector, how they run. Because when it comes to competition, mind it, customer doesn't distinguish between MSME or what you call a large corporate as a competitor. Customer will want what it wants. So Strategy Academy will be able to bring to the MSMEs, to its various programs, the expectations of the customer, how competition plays a game. And those information and knowledge will be passed on to the MSME. And I believe this association will help MSMEs to develop capabilities without really going for expensive resources like MBAs from IITs, IIMs, and engineers from IITs. So that's an important progress, I think, and that's what is going to work in future. MSMEs have to be cost competitive. MSMEs have to be customer focused. And in these two areas, the Strategy Academy has got huge experience. And it has the knowledge of how big companies work from a customer perspective and also as a competitor. Those experiences will be shared with MSME participants.
Thank you, sir, for the great insight. This will open up a great window of opportunity for the Idea Factory to work hand in hand with the Strategy Academy and to offer our services for the MSME sector. Uh, we will run our programs in a very short period of time, and these programs will be, intellectual, current, and definitely in discussion with the MSME sector as well. So we have already in discussion for various programs. Sir, would you like to highlight on the kind of programs that we are going to offer for the MSME segment?
Again, what Study Academy does always, we call it, the programs will be customized and personalized. What is customized and personalized? Customized means specific to the company or the industry and the kind level of operation the company has. Personalized means that people are coming for knowledge or skill building. How do you hold their hand to make them capable? So the MSME requires immediately upgradation of skills starting from sales and marketing programs. You have to get order, otherwise nothing will work. It's not, it may be 35, 40 years ago, you went to customer took your product. Today, customer is saying, I want this particular product, can you offer it? And you must offer it better than your competitor. Customer is highly informed, you can't bluff him. That's one thing. So programs on sales and marketing. Next come a big issue, post-COVID it came out clearly, is the supply chain inefficiency, supply chain risk. So a lot of programs on supply chain. A third could be management of finances. So for example, working capital management and financing of working capital, capital expenditure financing, and how do you do it? Another area could be how you implement whatever you decided. Implementation is a big challenge. And how do you monitor the progress in implementation by using new concepts like balanced scorecard? You don't need to be large corporate to apply this concept. Because when Strategy Academy comes, it will bring all the experiences that I have personally as a working general manager, managing director once upon a time, then a professor of IIM Calcutta, then a consultant, and the senior most faculty in the country in strategy area. I can tell you one thing, we'll bring all those things to the programs which the idea factory will offer to MSME sector. So you'll be leapfrogging. The MSMEs will be leapfrogging. And suddenly, in one program, they might go 5 steps up. That's the purpose.
Thank you, sir. I think this would be a great, boon for the MSME sector who are actually needing a helping hand off and on to take them to the next level. While we have been offering our services to, the small businesses, this is actually a great leap for us as well to offer these kind of programs for the MSME sector for the short, medium, and the long term. Okay, sir. One question that we have over here is we have mentioned about the MSME sector, but what kind of companies are actually eligible for participating in such programs within the MSME sector? Do you have any categorization or any classification?
What kind of companies you are saying for the MSME sector?
Within the MSME sector, would you?
Yeah, obviously, those who want to do well, those who want to outperform their competitors. You see, the customer is not going to give any credit to you, or they won't be sympathetic to you because you're an MSME. They will want you to compete against the big players. So the companies which have ambition to grow big and fast, you call it GBF, get big fast, GBF. Companies need not be large MSMEs. It can be small MSMEs, but the ambition is skyrocketing. Ambition is such, they want to go fast. I mean, sitting in 2024, they upgrade their skills. They want to become what they will become after 6 years in 2030. No, they want to become in 2025. We have now a formula nowadays. 3 times growth in 5 years. Somebody says, sir, why can't you change it other way around? 5 times growth in 3 years. I say, yes, possible. If you're a 1 crore company, I'll say 5 times in 3 years. But suppose you're a 20 crore company or 25 crore company, I'll say, yeah, make it 75 crores in 5 years. So that's the growth. We are talking about 70%, 80% growth per year. That's the kind of, so people who are ambitious, it's not a company, it's the managers, the owners, they have to believe that is when it comes to competition, we can also beat the large player by better segmentation, better strategy, better customer value proposition, and of course, ruthless execution. So everybody is eligible, any small scale. Only thing I want, they must be ambitious. 3 times in 5 years.
Right. That's a very exciting and a very inspirational statement at the end of the session that we have. I think that that's a great introduction of what the Strategy Academy is expecting to deliver in the next phase of growth in association with the Idea Factory. And we hope we are able to offer far exciting programs in association with the Strategy Academy to the MSME sector. So stay tuned with us for more announcements, and we will come with new programs for you from now on onwards. So we open up our association, and we now are ready to offer special programs for the MSME sector to take them from today's level to 3 times their growth in 5 years or 5 times their growth in 3 years. So stay tuned, and let's hope we grow India together. And as you know, we are working with everyone. So we are also opening the windows to companies across the world, not only within India, but also across the world under the able guidance and stewardship of Professor Ranjan Das. So thank you, sir, for today's section. And we hope we stay connected and we come with more exciting programs in the future. Thank you very much.
Thank you. Thank you very much. Thanks. Stay well. Bye.